Just in brief, operations is all about managing the activities in business organization. Now, how do we design and how do we manage the activities of the business organization is all about operations. By business organization, I mean to say it would be a service organization or it would be a manufacturing organization. It doesn't make any difference, right? Be it a bank or be it a manufacturing company like automobile manufacturing company, the management of activities, the management of processes is all about operations, right? The syllabus which we had discussed yesterday is divided in 5 units, and each unit has its own area. Dr. Lame has already briefed the requirement of this course that irrespective of your background, whether you are from technical background or whether you are from arts background or whether you are from commerce background, the understanding and the knowledge of operation management is a very fundamental understanding of management. So if somebody is doing a course of management like MBA, they should have a proper and in-depth knowledge of operations management. With this starting note, I would like to start my today's lecture, and I would like to share my presentation with you so that you can understand it. Dr. Lame, can I share my screen?
Yes, sir. I believe you can share it.
Okay, just try. Is my first slide visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Is this slide which talks about the process is visible? Are you able to see this slide? Process view? Am I audible?
Yes. Yes, sir.
No,
Yes, sir,
sir, you're on the
audible.
first slide.
So the slide is using operations to complete. That is chapter 1. That is what we are able to see.
Hello, Asif sir.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're
Yes,
audible.
sir.
Okay. So this is the first point of discussion in operations management. This is the first area. This is the first concept that you have to understand in operations management. What is this operations is all about? Operations is nothing but it is a process of converting input into the desired output. This is a very fundamental model which we all know. This is a very useful and popularly known as process model, right? What is this process all about? What is the system model all about? System model is that we have a certain set of inputs. These inputs are put into a particular processes and operations, and they get converted into the desired output. And the desired output, if you see, they are either a physical good or an intangible service. So it would be a manufactured good or it would be a service. And inputs, if you see, this is worker or the equipment or the material or the different types of input in the form of energy, land, and number of other things. These all are transferred into output with the particular set of processes and activities. So if you see the central part, which is the processes and activities, this is the focus. The focus is this, which includes the different types of activities which are used to convert input into desired output. So whenever you imagine, whenever you think about any organization, try to fit this model into that organization. Like imagine a bank, your visit to a bank branch. Now what happened in that bank branch, you will see, we have a certain set of input, which is in the form of human resource, which is in the form of IT, which is in the form of equipment. And these inputs are converted into desired output of what we are required of. And this requires a particular set of processes and operations and activities. Now, different types of activities which are going on in the banking organization, you all are aware of that. You can fit the same model in manufacturing organization, like a company which manufactures four-wheelers, like Honda, like Toyota, or a company which manufactures computer PCs or laptop like Dell or Lenovo. So this type of model we always keep in our mind whenever we talk about operations. So I am not directly telling you about the operations. I am telling you, first of all, the systems overview, the process overview of the business organization. Now with this, if this model is there in our mind, we can understand the operations in a much better way. And that is why now I would like to tell you about this important point. The first important, what is operations? In my previous class, I have discussed this point with you, that this operations management includes two types of words, management and operations. Now, second part of management is, we all are aware of, because you have already studied a complete paper on management, theories of management, concepts of management, principles of management. But the first half of the discussion, first half of the topic or the title, operations, is a matter of discussion. Right? Now, according to International Operations Organization, operations management follows this definition. Now see the definition and each word which is used in this definition. Operations management is nothing but it is a design, direction and control of the activities or the processes. What is this? Operations is what? Our job is what? Our job is to design, to lead and to control what? The different types of activities and the processes. Now what are these activities and processes? These are those activities and processes which transform, which convert inputs into desired output, which is services and products. So a fundamental definition of operations management is this, where we talk about the systematic design, direction and control of activities which transform input into desired output. Along with that, now this is the extension, along with that, we have to take care of the internal and the external stakeholder. We are managing the activities, but at the same time, we are directly in touch with the internal and the external stakeholders, which could be the customers, or which could be the external agencies, or which could be the other environmental factor. So operations is all about managing the activities in the organization, keeping in view that we are putting these activities converting into our outputs, and taking care of all these stakeholders which exist in the environment internally and externally. Now we will elaborate the entire, the discussion of this subject revolves around these four words: the design, the direction, the control, the transformation process, and all these stakeholders that exist between inside and outside the the business organization.
Sir, have you changed the slide?
Yeah, I am showing you this slide to you. Is this what is operations management? Is this visible to you?
Yes.
Are you able to read this definition? Can you read this definition, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the definition which I am referring to, that operations is all about design, the direction, the control of the activities which transform input into desired output, and taking care of all these stakeholders which are internal and external to business organization. Clear? This point is clear? Now I have changed the slide and I'm showing you the second slide of my discussion. Are you able to see this slide, role of operations management in the organization?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, I'm just changing.
Yes, sir. Now it's visible. Now we can see.
Now
It's visible now.
Now it's visible. Is this visible now? Full slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the study of operations or the understanding of operations cannot be done in isolation with the other part of the organization. As you know, you have studied in your paper of concept of management. Parvez sir has already briefed you that management organization is a sort of, a combination of different units which are intermingled, which are interrelated to each other. So the different department or the different functional areas are interrelated and connected to each other. हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि finance department is separated from marketing, or marketing is separated from operations, or operations is separated from human resource. All the functional department, all the functionals of the organization are thoroughly connected to each other, and they are dependent to each other. Right? This concept is always there. So, keeping in view this principle, I would like to tell you how operations management is related to the other departments. Operation department will not work in isolation with the other department, rather than it works in consultation and in connection with the 3-4 department. Like for example, if you see this cycle, you will see we have the finance, which take care of the fund flow, which take care of the accounts, which take care of the capital. Now, once we have the capital and the management of the capital, we move to the procurement of raw material. We move to the buying of different types of inputs which are required, which are specifically in the form of raw material and equipment. Now, these inputs, and then we have the department of marketing, which is a department responsible for selling out the ready-to-use goods and services to the market, to the customers. And in between that, we have product and service out. This operations, if you see, where the job of operation is what? The job of operations is that it converts the inputs, that is material and equipment, into the desired output. So you see that operations, finance and marketing, and in between we have the core function of finance. These are interrelated to each other, and we have shown them in the form of a circle, which is this relationship is cyclical in nature. And if you delete anyone, if you remove any one component of this cycle, the cycle will not work. अगर आपने किसी भी एक component को इस cycle से delete कर दिया, then that cycle will not work. The system will not work. So the importance of each and every department is there at its place, and operations take care of the different aspect of the business organization, because it is one of the core function. It talks about finance, it talks about the marketing, and it talks about the sales and revenue. It talks about the support activities in the form of finance, accounting, IT, human resource, engineering design, and all. So a quick summary. Whenever you talk about operations, you should have a picture in your mind. Which picture I'm referring to? I'm referring to a picture of system. What was that picture? The picture was input transformed into output. So this input transformed into output, which we call it as a system model, should always be there in your mind when you talk about the operations. Then according to the international bodies, operations is all about design, control, right? And management of the different types of activities. What are those activities? Those activities convert inputs into desired output, right? And then I have discussed this part, that the operations is not work in isolation. It works in consultation, in relationship with the other functional areas of the organization, which is marketing, which is finance, which is IT, which is human resource, and a lot of others. Any doubt, any question from your side up till here? Any question?
No, sir.
So I'm changing my slide. You may please tell me whether you are able to see it or not, right? This is a very important slide which I'm showing you. Is this slide visible? Services and manufacturing processes?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, will you please recall that have you studied this concept of service and manufacturing in any other subject of management in your first semester? Can you just tell me any one important subject which you have studied in your first semester where you have seen the similar type of picture which differentiates services vis-a-vis to product?
So marketing management.
Exactly, absolutely right. Marketing management. What was that concept in marketing management which you have studied, which is very similar to services and manufacturing? Or I would put my question in a different way. How do you differentiate? How do you different the product vis-a-vis to a service? How do you differentiate these two concepts of product and services? What was that differentiation? Yes.
So product can be physically felt while services can be acquired.
You are right, but I am looking for a single term which differentiate, which is the core difference between services and the marketing. What is that single term?
Tangible or intangible?
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. The tangibility is one of the most important characteristics of the output, which classify the product vis-a-vis to the service. Right? And this diagram which I'm showing you, which is a double-headed arrow, which is ranging from right to left, is a tangibility continuum. It's a continuum which you have studied in your paper of marketing, which tells you that if you move toward the left side and if you move toward the right side, what would happen? So if you see this slide, which I'm showing you right now, I'm putting it on full slide so that the picture would be more clear. Is this double-headed arrow is visible? Please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you see this double-headed arrow, and if you are moving towards the manufacturing side, that is according to me, it's towards the left side. So if you move toward the manufacturing side, what do you say about tangibility characteristic? It increases or decreases? Yes. If you move toward the manufacturing side, the tangibility increases or decreases?
Increases.
Increases.
Quite logical. It increases. So as we move toward the manufacturing side, we are talking about the physical outcome, right? And physical outcome, the characteristic of tangibility is at dominance. In contrast to that, if you move toward the right side, the characteristic of tangibility is at minimum. So if you move toward the right side of this continuum, that is you are moving toward the service organization, that is you are low intangibility. You are low intangibility. This is low intangibility, and that means that we are moving toward the service side. We are moving toward the service side, right? This continuum will help us to differentiate our product with the service. Now, what is the relevance of this concept in operations? This concept is very relevant and very critical from the point of view of operations management, because all our activity, all our processes, all our management, all our philosophies are classified on the basis of the nature of product. If it is a tangible product, the processes, the design, the activities are entirely different. And if the outcome is a service, then our operations management activities are entirely different. You can imagine that my operations management strategy for a bank is entirely different from operations management activity of a manufacturing organization, of a factory, like a furniture manufacturing factory, or a lock manufacturing, or any hardware manufacturing unit. The processes are entirely different. The comparison is very much clear. Now, these points of comparison are very important. Those who are physical, that is those output which are high on tangibility, they possesses the following type of characteristics. What are they? They are physical, right? Their output can be measured, they can be inventoried, right? That is, they can be stored. Very low level of customer contact, right? Highly capital intensive, that they require a very large amount of capital investment, and it is easy to measure the quality. ये जो 3-4 पॉइंट्स है very important है. Output can be measured, quality can be measured, it can be stored, and low customer contact. ये जो characteristics हैं एक product की which are very very important from operations point of view, जो हमारे लिए as an operations manager are very critical. In contrast to that, if you see services which are perishable, right, which cannot be inventoried easily, and very high level of customer contact, and the most important challenge with the services that quality cannot be measured so easily. It's very difficult to measure the quality, like satisfaction of a bank customer is very difficult. I can measure the quality of my mobile phone very easily, but if you ask me my experience visiting to a hospital, my experience visiting to a bank, I would feel a quite a challenge and difficult situation to explain someone my experience, and that is indirectly the quality. So these are the challenges, and these are the plus and the minuses of the product and the services. As an operations management, we always have to keep this thing in our mind. So in summary, what I mean to say, that when we work as an operations manager in the organization, when we are designing the operations of a business organization, the understanding of the tangibility versus intangibility, the understanding of the product or the services play a very important role. Reason is there in front of you because of the contrasting characteristics of the product and the services, which directly or indirectly affect the operations management processes and the activities in the organization. Any question, any doubt from your side? Anything which you need? One more thing, which I have already discussed with you when I taught the paper of quantitative technique, that every subject has its own language. Every subject has its own terminology. Every subject has its own grammar. Every subject has its own style of writing. Currently, you are entering in the world of operations. So definitely, you come across with new terms. You come across with new terminology. You come across altogether new concepts. So feel free to ask if something new comes in front of your eyes and note it down. Remember that keywords play a very very important role. जब आप किसी इंटरव्यू में जाते हैं, and when you are appearing in an interview and when you speak in the language of that subject, it differentiates you from the rest. When your language is, you are using the word inventory. When your knowledge, when your language includes the term like capital intensive. When you talk about quality, when you talk about customer contact, all that shows, that you are a man of operations and you have a proper understanding of the subject. So I request all of you that in every lecture, you may please prepare your own list of terms which you studied on daily basis in operations management. That is going to help you a lot, first of all, in reading the literature, and also when you appear in any interview or the written test of operations management. Shall I move ahead now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you quickly recall what I have discussed up till now, can anybody out of you can just brief me in 3-4 sentences what I have briefed up till here? Yes, anybody out of you? चलिए मैं उससे पूछना शुरू करता हूँ जिसके क्वांटिटेटिव में सबसे अच्छे मार्क्स हैं. Shall I start asking from those who have secured good marks in quantitative technique? इस तरह आपको यही पता चल जाएगा किसके मार्क्स अच्छे हैं. या उससे पूछना शुरू करूं जिसके सबसे कम मार्क्स हैं? क्या कहते हैं आप बताइए. Shall I start asking from those who have secured good marks or who need some improvement in the subject of quantitative methods? चलिए मैं उससे शुरू करता हूँ जिनके मार्क्स अच्छे हैं. शुरू करते हैं. Can we have Umar Krishna Singh? Krishna, you are here?
Yes, sir.
Krishna, you are right from the start of the lecture, or you joined in between?
No, sir, I am from the start of the lecture.
Okay. So, Krishna, first of all, are you able to understand what I am discussing about operations?
Yes, sir, I was able to understand.
Because this is a new subject. Is this the first time you are studying this concept of operations?
Yes, sir, the first time.
Okay. Good. Imran, you are here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. So, Imran, are you able to understand what I am telling you right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Anas, you are here?
Yes, sir, I am here.
Okay. Anas, so you feel this subject interesting?
Yeah, sir, it is interesting.
Okay. Good. Kavita, you are here?
Yes, sir.
So, Kavita, what do you say about the content of the subject after what I have discussed? Kavita, can you quickly recall 3-4 terms which I have discussed in this discussion? Like, if I ask you about operations management, what is in one single term, what it is all about?
So it is design, direction, and control of processes.
Okay, the term is design, control, and direction.
Yeah.
Good. Nazneen, you are here?
Yes, sir.
So, Nazneen,
Yes,
the concept of tangibility continuum, which I have discussed, which is quite related
Yes,
to
sir.
what you have studied in marketing, is clear to you?
Yes, sir. Very much clear.
Good. Very good. Feel free to discuss if anything is not clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Sabah, you are here? Sabah Kamar? Sabah, you are here? Hello? Okay. No problem. Rishu, you are here?
Yes, sir.
So, Rishu, what do you say? It's clear? The concept of...
Yes, sir. This concept is very much clear.
Concept of, especially the model of process where we require input and transformation and output. Are you able to relate this model with the study of operations? You convinced with this idea that a business organization operates in the form of a system?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, I'm moving ahead now. I'm happy that all of you are attentive and able to understand what I have discussed up till here without wasting much of your time, but this is some fundamental point of discussion. I would like to move ahead with another very important thing to discuss with all of you. Okay, I'm not going to discuss, not going to show the slide, first of all. Dear students, in management, we discuss any concept or we solve any problem with one important objective. And what is that objective? The objective is that we are here to plan, We are here to design. We are here to solve. So I have used three words which are interrelated: plan, design, and solve. Now, if I combine these three terms together and I'm looking for a single word, the best word which incorporate all these three characteristics is, we call it as strategy. So primarily, as a manager in the organization, as an in charge of a particular unit or the department, our job is that we are developing strategies. Some strategies are short-lived and some strategies are long-lived. So short time and long time, short-term or long-term strategies. But strategy is the core and the fundamental role of the manager in the organization, right? This is not a new term. This is.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, fifth slide is visible only, so seventh is not visible to us.
I am intentionally not showing you that slide. मैं आपको जान के ये वो slide नहीं दिखा रहा था, because I don't want to read, because if I show you that slide, you start reading the definition of operation strategy. मैं भी वो नहीं दिखाना चाह रहा था. पहले मैं आपको बताना चाहता कि strategy क्या होता है. So now, once you are clear about the strategy, in this subject of operations, again our role is to develop the operation strategy. हमारा क्या काम है सब्जेक्ट को पढ़ने का? हमारा पूरा पर्पस इस सब्जेक्ट का ये है कि how do we develop an effective and efficient operation strategy for business organization. Be it a bank, be it an IT company, be it a manufacturing organization. Our job is this, right? Now with this, I would like to show you this slide, right? Which is nothing but telling you about the operation strategy. Is this slide number 6 is visible now? Operation strategy which is mentioned here. क्या आप पढ़ पा रहे हैं slide को?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Good. Okay, I'm just keeping it the full slide. Now, operation strategy is, as I have already discussed, that we are developing a plan, a design, how to implement or how to execute the different processes and the activities of the business organization. अब हम ये प्लान कर रहे हैं कि कैसे हम सारी प्रोसेसेस और एक्टिविटीज को एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे, आगे बढ़ाएंगे. Now, when you are planning to execute the activities, you have to keep in this thing in your mind that overall strategy of the organization should always be there. That is we call it as corporate strategy. तो जब हम ऑपरेशन स्ट्रेटेजी की बात करते हैं, जब हम उसको एग्जीक्यूट करने की बात करते हैं, तो हमें याद रखना होता है कि दिस स्ट्रेटेजी शुड बी इन लाइन विद द ओवरऑल विजन एंड मिशन, विद द ओवरऑल existence of the organization, which we call it as corporate strategy. I hope you are able to understand this point. For example, if, for example, Samsung, right, they are developing an operation strategy for a particular department or a unit, right? They would always try to develop the strategy in line with their overall corporate strategy. That is overall vision and mission of the organization. आप देखिए, आप किसी भी वेबसाइट को लॉग इन करिए तो आप देखेंगे कि फर्स्ट पेज जो उसका आप ओपन करते हैं तो सबसे पहले वो अपनी कॉर्पोरेट स्ट्रेटजी बताएगा आपको, और वो कैसे नजर आता है हमें और आपको? वो उसके विजन और मिशन से नजर आता है. व्हाट इज द सोल पर्पस ऑफ द एक्सिस्टेंस ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन? लाइक सम आर वर्किंग फॉर द वेलफेयर ऑफ द एनवायरनमेंट, सम आर वर्किंग फॉर द हेल्थ. जैसे आप किसी फार्मास्यूटिकल कंपनी या किसी हॉस्पिटल या किसी इक्विपमेंट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी की वेबसाइट पर जाइए, आप देखिए उनका विजन और मिशन. That is a highlight of their corporate strategy. Now, when we design the operation strategy, we try to inline or we try to develop an alignment between the operation strategy with the corporate strategy. Keeping in view this point, I would like to show you this diagram, which depicts the relationship or the core component of operation strategy. ये जो डायग्राम है जो भी मैं आपको दिखाना चाह रहा हूँ स्लाइड नंबर 7 में, ये एक बड़ा ही कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव डायग्राम है जो आपको बताता है कि ऑपरेशन स्ट्रेटजी के कंपोनेंट्स क्या क्या होंगे. तो इफ यू डिजाइन द ऑपरेशन स्ट्रेटजी, व्हाट वुड बी द कोर कंपोनेंट ऑफ दैट स्ट्रेटजी? So please tell me, is this slide number 7 is clear? Is visible? First of all,
Yes, sir.
okay. This what is this? This is nothing but it's a flow chart. आपको देखने में लग रहा होगा it's a flow chart, but in this flow chart, each and every component is very, very important from the point of view of the study and the development of the strategy of operations. see the top, which talks about the overall corporate strategy. See the role of marketing. See this new product development, and all this leads to the bottom, which is operation strategy. आप देख रहे हैं ऊपर से हम चलते हैं और ऊपर की चीज को कनेक्ट करते हुए हम नीचे आते हैं, that is operations. तो operations ऐसे नहीं है कि ऊपर से शुरू होता है और पहले दिन से ही operations की planning शुरू कर दी जाती है. No, operations is always is a result of the overall corporate, overall market analysis, overall strategy of the organization, and operations is nothing but the execution of that strategy. Operations क्या है? जो आपने overall plan किया है अपने organization के लिए, उसको execute किया जाता है through operations. So operation strategy is nothing but it is the outcome of the overall corporate strategy of the business organization, and it needs some component. अब जो बात मैं आपको बताना चाहता था वो बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है कि ऑपरेशन स्ट्रेटेजी हैव डिफरेंट कंपोनेंट्स. सी 2-3 components which are there. Are you able to read corporate strategy which is written at the top, and you see corporate strategy, there is a term which is known as core competencies. ये बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म है, इसको नोट कर लीजिए. कोर कॉम्पिटेंसीज. हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की अपनी एक स्ट्रेंथ होती है, याद रखिए इस बात. जैसे कि हर इंडिविजुअल की अपनी एक स्ट्रेंथ होती है, हम सब लोगों की अपनी कोई एक स्ट्रेंथ है, राइट? सो एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑपरेट्स बिकॉज दे हैव सम कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी. लाइक होंडा. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट होंडा, आप देखेंगे होंडा हमेशा अपना एक चीज प्रमोट करता है. दे हैव अ कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी इन इंजन डिजाइन. यू विल सी Ricoh watches, right? Or Rado watches, for example. So Rado watches, they have their core competency in terms of quality. So every organization have a particular core competencies. So that's what, and these core competencies are highlighted in their operations. So आप देखेंगे उस कंपनी के काम करने का ढंग, उस कंपनी के काम करने का तरीका, उसकी कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी को झलकाएगा, दिखाएगा. ये उसकी कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी. Some are known for quality. Some are known for customer. Some are known for their core competencies. So this is, they have developed. Right. So yeah, is this slide visible to you? Slide number 7. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, core competency. Now, after that core competency, I request all of you to please focus your attention on competitive priorities. ये देखिए मैंने intentionally इन दो terms को highlight किया है. Core competency and then competitive priority. आप जब आपको सोचिए दिन भर में अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं आपकी priorities क्या हैं, तो आप you can list down 10 priorities. अब आज आपको क्लास करनी थी 9:40 पे, तो ये आपकी प्रायोरिटी पे था ना. हो सकता है आपने क्लास अटेंड करने के लिए बहुत सारे काम छोड़ दिए हो, बिकॉज दे आर नॉट एट योर प्रायोरिटी एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. योर टॉप मोस्ट प्रायोरिटी एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम इज टू अटेंड द क्लास ऑफ ऑपरेशंस. Likewise, every organization have some competitive priority. Broadly speaking, a business organization has 4 competitive priority. That is in the form of cost, in the form of quality, in the form of time, and in the form of adaptability or flexibility. या तो वो कॉस्ट ओरिएंटेड होगी, या वो क्वालिटी को कॉन्शियस होगी, या वो टाइम बाउंड होगी, या फिर उसकी कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी होगी, कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रायोरिटी होगी, एडेप्टेबिलिटी टू द चेंज, और या कहीं किसी ना किसी कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रायोरिटी के तहत काम कर रहा होगा. दैट इज फॉर श्योर. Now, this core competencies and competitive priorities are the basis of operation strategy. Why I am telling you these two concepts? That when you design the operation strategy, you have to understand that these two things are very, very important. Quickly, मैं आपको एक डायग्राम दिखाता हूँ, एक टेबल दिखाता हूँ जो आपको कुछ थोड़ा समझाएगा. क्या आप स्लाइड नंबर 10 देख पा रहे हैं? स्लाइड नंबर 10 देख पा रहे हैं आप लोग? आर यू एबल टू सी स्लाइड नंबर 10?
यस सर.
हाँ, अब आप देखिए जरा, गौर करिएगा इस बात पे. लो कॉस्ट ऑपरेशन, और एग्जांपल देखिए कंपनी है कॉस्टको, इट इज नोन फॉर लो कॉस्ट ऑपरेशन. क्वालिटी, टॉप क्वालिटी, पॉइंट नंबर 2, which is the company which is known for top quality products? क्या लिखा हुआ है बताइए? Which company is this?
Rolex.
Rolex. What is this Rolex? What does it manufacture?
Watches.
Exactly. अब आप देखिए consistent quality, which is the example which is given in front of you, McDonald's. और इसी में आपको example दिखाता हूँ, which is known for that. इधर देखिए, slide number 11. Is this visible to you? Slide number 11.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Timely delivery, on-time delivery. UPS, United Parcel Services. Right? Customization. If you talk about delivery speed, customization, Dell is known for that. Developing a product, developmental speed, Zara. So these are some example of the companies which I just wanted to. Slide number 12. I would like to show you. It's the last slide which I'm showing you. After that, I will wind up my lecture. Variety. Best example, Amazon. आज आपको अगर कोई चीज खरीदनी है, बुक से लेकर और anything that you can imagine, you just log into the website of Amazon. What do it stands for? What is their core competency they are working towards? Variety. So every organization in the international scenario, when they design their operations, they are working on their competitive priority and core competencies. Core competencies will always be there, which are doing it. So with this, I would like to wind up my today's lecture. A quick summary: my discussion revolves around making you understand the operations management with the definition, then process design. Then talking about the relationship of operation with other functional departments of the organization, talking you about the tangibility continuum which differentiates product vis-a-vis to services, and last but not the least, the flow chart which depicts or which highlights the core components of operation strategy. And please note down that from this operation strategies, two key terms which emerged is number one, core competency and competitive priorities. I will elaborate this concept in my next class, talking about the competitive priorities and how organizations use competitive priorities to build up their own operation strategy. So with this, I would like to wind up my today's lecture. Dr. Lami, you are here?
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Okay. So is it okay, Dr. Lami? I think I have covered the fundamental part of operations.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thank you very much.
Good to hear you, sir, regarding the operations management. Thank you for sharing this knowledge to us.
Yeah, thank you. I have taken this content from the book of Lee Krizhevsky. So right now I am applying Lee Krizhevsky because this concept is, this content of unit number 1 is very well explained in that. So with this, thank you very much.